Howdy, everybody. It's Cheri, and I'm in the studio. It's 3 o'clock on Monday. What's today's date? I don't even know. The 21st. How are you? I was scrambling, of course, like I always do. How's everybody doing here? As you're hopping on, hopefully this is working. I don't know. I don't know if it's working. Hopefully it is. If you're hopping on and you can see me and hear me okay, just let me know. Give me like a thumbs up. I didn't check to see what I was on internet-wise, and I'm thinking that maybe, okay, hopefully it's good. It looks like okay, there's Claire. Hello, Claire. How are you? I'm doing well. Catch you later. Busy tonight. Family stuff. Just wanted to pop and say hi. Hello to you. Thank you for popping on. Thank you for watching later, too, if you watch later. Hello to you, Exotrix and Amber Bell. Hello, Amber Bell. And we have Sanchez is here. Hi Cheri, how's everything going in the studio? It's going well. I feel like I'm still like moving slow. I feel like I'm moving slow. As people hop on, if you want to say hi, tell me where you're watching from. I'm gonna go ahead and actually, hello Judith, how are you? And we have Pam Tyler popping in here. Let me see if I can make this. We're gonna go ahead and start in. I think that camera's all right. I think it's okay. I have today, we're going to crank out a hat. Oh, I'm a little sleepy today, guys. Not going to lie. A little sleepy. I didn't bring my coffee. I have my water. I should have put it in my Buc-ee's cup. Did y'all see what Wendy sent me? She sent me a whole bunch of stuff from Texas. And she sent me this squishy tumbler from Buc-ee's. I've never been. I see where people have like posted Buc-ee's. Like I've never been there. I think it's a gas station. I do know like when we go, hello, Wendy Castle, I'm talking about you. When we go to Pennsylvania, it's Sheets. I guess it would just be Sheets. That's a popular gas station. We're going to use these 3 colors today. This is our Yarn Bee Soft Secret. I'm going to just do like, I don't know how this is going to go. In my head, I have it worked out. Like 25, maybe 3, and then the rest in this, if I have enough. I should have weighed it, but I didn't. I think that'll work. I think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, let's see. Amber says it's warm and sunny in Northeast Missouri. Yeah, I don't know. It's warm today, too. I got out of my car, and it was cooler over by where we live. And then here, it's just, 17 minutes away, and it's lots hotter. So I hear you. Oh, Wendy, how are you doing, my friend? I'm a little sleepy today. Oh, I have to say, Wendy updated me. We have, let me go back to my face here. We have 600 hats donated so far from all of you in the community. I just think you guys are awesome. That is so many hats. I was watching the news just a little bit today. I buzz on my arm. And I don't know. You guys are awesome. You're just awesome. Wendy says, love Sheets. Yeah, with the Z. Yeah, pretty good place. Yeah, they have good coffee and food, I guess. I never ate any food there, but let's see who else. Northwest Missouri. My bad. You're not bad, Amber. You're awesome. Thomas, how are you? It's been months since I've been on one of these lives instead of the replay. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here live. Yay. Hello, Linda. Missed last week's chat, so well, I missed you. Let's see. Margot says, good afternoon, everyone from Bay City, Michigan. Okay, I'm going to go back here. We're going to start cranking already because I think I need to crank and probably not like yammer on like I always do. My cake here is falling apart, so I'm hoping that it won't like get tangled. I don't know. All right, so I did take this machine apart, but I got to where it was like the handle and I didn't want to mess with it. It was still clicking. I was making oh, let me go grab them. I want to show you really quick. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'll put it back here. So okay, don't go anywhere. Tell everybody I'll be right back. Okay, so you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll show you what I'm working on. My thing's gonna fall here. My pillow. Hold on. I'll be right back. I went in the other room so that you can see what I was working on. I'm working on the first studio workshop that I'm going to do. I'm doing a hat workshop at a place in Grand Haven. A lady that's in the group with me, but I'm going to do pumpkin workshops. See, that's what I was working on this weekend. And I've got more to make. We're going to do these in a workshop because I think it would have been smart to do it before Halloween, but it's not going to be before Halloween. But I thought people still put pumpkins out for Thanksgiving, right? So it's going to be before Thanksgiving. But I'm going to do some crazy colors and then like traditional. Mr. Bant cut me some sticks. See, aren't they cute? I think they're adorable. But anyways, that's what I was working on this weekend. I've got more I've got to get done so I can get like the pictures taken and get the workshop listed and all the things. But so yeah, I know you all have made lots and lots and lots of pumpkins. So you're probably like, I'm done with pumpkins. I'm on to Christmas. But this is me being behind in everything I do. Okay, so we're going to do, I am sitting so low. I've got to get a different chair. We're going to do 20, I think 25. I think 25. I think 25. Okay. Let me get, where is my, oh, okay. I'm going to say a couple things. This doohickey right here, only buy it from Southpaw Fiber Arts, the original creator and designer of said product. Ultimate tensioner, there's only one real ultimate tensioner, and it's this one. So if you want one of these, Southpaw Fiber Arts is where you need to go. Anything else is a ripoff, and it's not original, and it's not right. That's all I'll say. Okay. So, because I'm really angry about some things about that. So if you need to get one of these though, if you have a machine. I love it. We're going to use it today. Let's see what other people say. Oh. So Bucky's is a Texas thing. Big gas station. Lots of cool impulse stuff. Love it. I love the package. I mean, Megan, what are you doing here? You guys, we need to pray for Megan. Complete healing. She was sick. She was sick. And yes, I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Exo Trick says Bucky's is an experience. Never go with small children unless you want to spend money. I want to go now. You guys, I want to go and check it out. It's not just a gas station, right? It's like a whole thing. Wendy says, or when 7 buses of cheerleaders pull up. Oh, that's a little frightening and very loud, probably. Pam Teller says I make the pumpkins and use cinnamon sticks. And yes, that's what I was gonna do, but then I decided to do sticks because then I have them freely. No extra fee. They're just in my yard. I am using the Addy 46 pin. The Addy king size is what it is called. Yes, Thomas says, love that tensioner. I do as well. Very much so. I use the machine and the round made and do a 4-pin panel however long we want, stitch it up and make a pie. Oh, yeah, for the stem. I did see that. Bendiness. Yes, I thought about doing that in the workshop, but I think doing a panel in the workshop might be a little too much for people to try right away. Thank you, Wendy, for praying. Oh, yay. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. There's some things that have happened that, oh, yay, good. Everybody get your tensioner ordered. Support Southpaw Fiber Arts, please. I really would appreciate it if you would. They're just awesome people, and they're the ones that originally created the tensioner. Megan says, today is day 3. I'm feeling a little better. Each day goes by. Oh, I'm so glad, Megan. And your box is in my house. It's going out. It'll go out on Wednesday. I was going to get it out this weekend, and I forgot it. So it'll go out on Wednesday. Margot says, I was excited. I got to spend the weekend with Allie. Oh, awesome. She's crocheting a shrug as a new project for her. However, today, and her mom is at the hospital with her for some reason. She keeps falling over. Oh, no. Her mom is at the hospital with her for some reason. Oh, no. Allie keeps falling over her mom. Margot, we'll be praying. She's very dizzy. No idea what's going on. Oh, no, Margot. We'll be praying. Thomas says, my Z machine broke and I had to buy a new one, and I attached it to a board like you did, and the results are night and day. Yes. Attaching it to something makes all the difference. Makes it a whole new craft, I'm telling you. Yeah, yes. Yes, there's fakes out there. Well, and the thing is they just ripped off their design is what they did, which is so wrong. So wrong. Let me make sure I got my cast on kind of tight here. Feels like it. Oh, and I just dropped. Hold on. We're going to start over. I split. We're just going to start this all over. You see me like almost snapping my needles there. Always make sure this is close. Don't do like I do. This is what happens when I talk, guys. We start over. We start over because Cheri messes up. All right, let's try this one more time. Okay, I'm just gonna get cast on and then I'll talk because if I try to do both, I'm failing. I'm failing big time. You know what, guys? I got these little scent things in here, like because there was kind of like an old mall odor. So and now they're like apple cinnamon or something, and they're kind of bothering me. Does anybody else have that where the like smelly stuff kind of like, I don't know, makes my throat feel weird. It's probably not good to breathe it in, probably. I might take it out tonight. Where am I at? There we are. I'm too short. I can't see what I'm doing. I want to make sure it's not splitting. Somebody had asked me about them having issues with their Addy with the first few rows, and I've not had the big one split on me. Has anybody else, do you ever have like the split, like where the same thing that the 22 pin does? I've not had that, but it sounds like that's what they're experiencing. So I wonder if it's a pin. Let me do this. So I was trying to help them troubleshoot. I was thinking about like, what could they be having go wrong? Because a lot of times I'll get people to ask me questions. I don't exactly know what's going on. This might not be tight enough for this yarn. Maybe not. We'll see. No, it's going to be all right. Okay, what did I say? I'm going to do like 25 rows, I think. Now that we're on. Sounds a whole lot better. I have a thing there. I didn't drop there, did I, guys? No. It looks weird. Okay, now I can talk. Oh, I just had to get it going. I had to get it going. Let's see what else. Blah, blah, blah. Somebody from Alabama with the city Peggy I can't pronounce. I'm not even going to try. Don't forget to click that. Oh, yeah, do that. Yeah, do that. Thank you. My counter on my Addy stop. Oh no, Pam, was it a digital one or was it like the chunka one? Oh, the mushroom has 32 pins. 32 pins. Pam, 32 pins. Any thoughts on a Centro with a built-in counter versus accessory? I don't know, Dawn. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. The Centros with a Centro with a built-in counter is a 48 pin. All the other Centros would be smaller if they don't have a counter. Because I do see where people will buy a Centro thinking they got a good deal on it, and they're like, it doesn't have a counter. But I don't believe it's a 48 pin machine. Usually it's probably a 40 or a 32 then. That'd be my guess. But I'm not sure. All of our stuff is shipped. Oh, I got fuzz up my nose. Good morning. Eggs and oh, I blinked. Did you guys see that? Hopefully it won't go away. Goes on home today. Just want to get started. Oh, yay! Cujo 3122. Hopefully you get all of it, all your goodies. I thought it was. Oh, this is Megan. Okay, she's telling us. I didn't want to say what it was unless she didn't want to share or whatever. She thought she had a stomach bug, but it was an appendix that needed to come out. Thank goodness it went before it ruptured. Megan, I was just scrolling through Facebook really quick, and I saw a post of you in a hospital room, and I was like, what? Because I knew you said you weren't feeling well, so then I was really worried, but I didn't see the whole appendix thing until I went back and looked. That's scary. I'm glad you're all right. Yeah, I'm glad you're right. Cheryl, how are you? I'm glad you made it. Oh, we received 20 boxes of hats today. 20 boxes. That's so amazing, you guys. So amazing. You guys are so awesome. Melody is in Grand Ledge, Michigan. You know what? Melody, when I was a kid, we didn't go on vacations like ever, except for to Grand Ledge, Michigan, Anderson Archery. My dad had like an archery business, and my parents were avid archers, and they did all kinds of bow hunting stuff. And that was our one vacation a year when I was a kid. We go to Grand Ledge, Michigan. Yeah, so that was like my favorite thing to do because we didn't do anything else. Yeah, we're so glad that she's feeling better. Okay, all right. Yeah, I bet it was scary. It's so scary. I'm so glad you caught it in time too, Megan. Okay, so I'm gonna do 25. I think 25. And if you guys hopped on, you didn't know, like if you missed the beginning, the yarn that I'm using is all some older stuff that I had. It's Yarn Bee Soft Secret, and it's kind of like Big Twist Shine, but I don't think they make Big Twist Shine anymore. But it's really nice, squishy yarn, kind of like Karen Simply Soft, but a little bit more of a twist. See that? You can see the twist in it. So I'm going to do, I don't know what this is going to look like. I'm going to do 25 of this to kind of make the top crown part a little darker. And I think I might do a few stripes of white and then try to do the rest in the blue if I have enough. I might have to go back to this darker gray. It almost looks black, but it's actually gray. This is good yarn if you have a big head. So if you have a larger head, I suggest using Karen Simply Soft or yarn like this because it'll give you more stretch. So if you, because I did get that question just this morning, and I think I answered back to whoever asked. Yeah, if you're using yarns like Big Twist Value, it'll knit up tighter on the Addy, guys. It's going to knit up tighter on any machine. But the Addy, especially because it has less pins. So it's not to say you couldn't make an adult hat with it, but it's just a little harder because you have to really have the loosest tension you could possibly have. And if it's somebody that has a very, very large head, still might not fit them if it's an Addy made hat. So if you can opt to use something that's a little softer and shinier and squishier, it's going to be better. Okay, we're almost at 25. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take the smelly thing out. It's gonna drive me crazy. I don't like it. I'll show you what it is. It's like one of these Airwick things. I don't like it. I think I'm gonna set it in the other room. And it's not even like, it's just subtle. One of these guys, like that. I think I'm gonna go put it in the other room because it's kind of bothering me. All right, hold on. And then I think I might like just take them home. I've got enough scent in here. I don't need any more scent. We don't need any more scent. It's now it's not smelly good. It's stinky, stinky, smelly good. Like too much of a good thing. That's what it is. I got those because I thought they'd be more subtle. Strong. It's too small of a space. It said it was for small spaces. Hello, Sandy. How are you? Oh, that's totally fine. Oh, yeah. Today's been kind of I was trying to get all the things done, and we got some. I'm not going to, maybe I'll share details. I will share details eventually. I'll let you know. Oh, my camera keeps dropping out. You guys see that? It's going to black. I bet I'm not on the Wi-Fi here. I bet it's still on my cell. I betcha. Because I had a problem with that when I first came. It should automatically, but sometimes it doesn't. So hopefully it won't drop out altogether. It's just blipping. But we had kind of a little turn of events the end of last week that could be kind of a big deal. So we'll see. I'll keep you all posted. Oh, the other thing I want to say is, and no, I'm not pregnant. No, because I can't be. That's funny. Haha, that's funny. If you haven't voted for the 5x5, I did a post on the Hoop and Home page on Facebook, and I think I shared it into the group. If you haven't voted for me, could you please do that? It's kind of a pain in the butt. I'm not going to lie. You have to like register to be able to vote, and you have to like get out of the link that I put and go up to like into the hamburger lines. I don't know. I call them the little lines at the top of the thing if you're on your phone, and then you have to register to vote. But that would be so helpful because today's the last day you could vote. And I really want to be able to have the opportunity to pitch again. Who knows, even if I get to pitch, if I'll get any more money. But hey, it's a shot, right? So I would be forever grateful if for anybody who has already voted. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. But if you haven't yet, pretty please could you? And you get like 5 votes, but you only need to use 1 on me. You can vote for some of the other businesses if you want. Actually, Splendid Sprouts, that lady is lovely, and she's in my group on Wednesdays. She's starting that business. Body Party, that's another one that's on there. PT for something, I don't know what it was, is another one. But you know, you can read through there and see. Yeah, hamburger lights. I don't know what else. It's like a hamburger, like bun. I don't know. It's weird. I heard somebody say it once and it stuck in my brain. So yes, if you would, I would so appreciate it. And you're helping for the launch of the Crank and Create, what we're doing with the workshops and stuff. Yeah. So yes, and yes. Yeah, that it's so strong, guys. It's making me nauseous. Okay. I wondered if it was. You see, yesterday I'm like, I can't smell it. I don't think it's working. I think it was, and I just, it just takes a little while. You guys will have to share with me any of your little smelly good tips that aren't like toxic, like the stuff. Oh, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you, whoever shared that. Thank you. The geese are currently out of their pond unsupervised. That's not good. Got to get those round up those geese. Glenda says, do you have a private group? If you do, how do you join it if possible? It's right here, Glenda. Here we go. Right there, going across the bottom of the screen. I can't. It's so hard, you guys. It's like all weird. It's Crank and Create, or Crank. I can't even talk. It's Crank Knit Community on Facebook, and all you have to do is answer all the questions, and you can join. And if you don't answer the questions, then we just tell you can't join, and then you can try again by answering all the questions, if that makes sense. Because it really helps. It'll like put you in automatically if you answer all the questions. So if you can do that, that'd be great. And if you can vote for me, that'd be great. Super, super great. Super duper great. I don't know how many of the white I should do. They do. Have you used the Ultimate Tension Guide for? Yes, I have. This one here. Yes. Oh, not with the spring on it, because that's my spring. This one here. Yes, they have that as well. So you can get that. I have. It's really nice. It's really, really, really nice. Really nice. Oh, what is this? Cujo 3. Appendix is no laughing matter. George Vanderbilt of the Vanderbilt estates. Oh, passed away at 51. That's scary. Yeah. Megan, I'm so glad you caught it in time. I'm so glad. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the white in now. And then I think I'm just going to do like 3. I think I'm just going to do 3, which is not very much, to be honest. But I think I just want just a subtle hint of white in between to break it up just a little bit. That's what I was thinking. I think we'll find out if that's a good idea or not. So we'll just do 3. 1. 2, and I'm going to tie it on this one. Half tie. I don't knot it yet. I'll have to make sure I knot it after. And I think that's all. I think that's it. I think that's all I want. I guess, maybe. Yeah, I think that's all I want. Decisions. I have a meeting later tonight, so I have to do that. and it'll be fine. It's just a lot going on today or this week. It has been. We have had a lot going on, guys. Lots and lots and lots and lots. Lots. And my energy is waning because I'll tell you, I'm getting into the bad habits of staying up late, which is not a good thing. I used to be so diligent about getting my beauty rest because Lord knows I need it. But you know what? The people, there's like people in the space next door, and they probably hear me and they're probably like, what is going on over there? Oh, yay! Yay, yay, yay! Diana just got her retention guide from Southpaw Fiber. It's awesome. Tell us what you think of it. I think you're gonna love it. Hello, Connie. How are you? Oh, got an Addy 46, you guys. Awesome. Ooh, Megan, that's bad. Her appendix had gangrene in it, so if it were to rupture, oh no, you would have been septic. Oh yeah, that's scary. Oh hey, watching you place your tensioner on the machine shows me that I'm making things harder than it has to be. Oh, well, I'm glad that it's helpful, Catherine. Watch through your 101 vids. Glad that I did. I was wondering how the heck that you change between yarns for different patterns. So did I show it in there? I can't even remember what I did in there, to be honest with you. I don't even remember. I don't, to be honest. I think I did a two-tone beanie. So yeah. So we do it just like this. Just like this. Okay, so now we're going back to a different color. And now I don't know if I have enough of this to finish the hat out. I may. I think I do. If I don't, I'll just go back to the dark again. So now I will tell you, talking about changing colors, with this softer yarn, you can see here, you all are probably looking at that and you're probably like, hoo, that's freaky. A little scary, right? It's not really. I really like this color. It will loosen. Like here, I need to do my half tie. I could have given myself just a little bit more of a tail, but it will loosen up. So if I'm doing a lot of striping, I will go through and tighten them as I go. And make sure you give yourself enough tail, because if you're going to do it my method, which is you don't knot it on the machine, if you don't give yourself enough tail and you half tie it and then you pull it apart to stretch your thing before you knot it, which you should do, it can pull apart. And you don't want that to happen. So you want to make sure you have enough of a tail that doesn't happen. Okay, so now we're going to go to town and see. This is kind of cute, guys. I like this. I don't know how it'll look in the hat itself, but oh, I know this is going to happen. My center pull is getting tangled around my outside. Let me fix it before it's a problem. We don't want that to do that. So we'll stuff that back in there. Go. And I have it, in case you're wondering, I don't know if you can see down here. Whoop, I have it in like a little bucket, and I just throw it on the floor. And I try not to step on it or get it tangled around my foot or anything else. I kept never being able to finish a hat, so I decided to set up my Addy and Centro every time I walk by. I do. Oh, that's a good idea. Just do a couple cranks. I lost my camera. Okay. Let me go ahead, and it's going to come back though. I wonder if I can switch it. Here, hold on, guys. Let me see. We're going to do some technical work here. I might have to pop out of it and pop back in it. We'll see. It might let me switch it while I'm on it. No, I'm on the studio. So, I don't like that. I don't like that it is popping in and out. That's not fun. And now we're going to be all messed up. So let me get situated again. Let me get situated again. See, it shouldn't be popping me off. I don't know why it is. I don't know. We'll see how it's going to do. It's, it's different internet. It's all, it looks okay, but I don't know if it's going to last. We'll see. Hopefully it does. I can set it up different in here too. I probably should do that. I like the overhead shot, but I could just go in front of me. I can turn stuff. I've got enough room in here that I could do it differently. And I might do that if I start having more trouble. Let's me see. Stacy Froman's here. Watch a few minutes, but probably jumping off. I was diagnosed with shingles on my face this morning. Oh no, my head is throbbing. So the sound. Oh, I'm so sorry. Rest. Take care of yourself. Drink lots of fluids. I'm so sorry. So sorry you're dealing with that. Our motor hat's always right. Well, okay. Cujo through 3122. On my 48 pin, that was like my sweet number. On the 48 pin, I would do like 130, 135. That was where I always did it. On the Addy, I do usually 155 to 165, depending on the yarn. So it is different on the Addy than it is on the Centro, for sure. Big difference. Hello, Sharon in Queensland, Australia. Okay, yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on, Sandy, with it, and it just really burns me. I don't know if Sean is going to be on here or not, but yeah, people stole their intellectual property, and it's happened. And our friend over on TikTok, the dude who I think he might be behind a lot of it, it's just not right. It's just so not right. So if anybody wants, they originally designed this. It is their design. It is their intellectual property. They have a patent pending on it. And people have stole their designs, and it's just really freaking sad. And that's just the way, I mean, that's business, and that's what happens. The other thing is when China gets involved in manufacturing, they just do whatever in the heck they want, and they will rip any US made, manufactured, designed product. And I know I've got all these Centros sitting here, we've got multiple, and I'm sure somebody probably designed one and another one's a rip off of another. It's just really sad that so I don't know what recourse they have, but all I can say is what we can do as consumers is we can support them and only buy from them. And I'm hoping that's what people will do moving forward, because they should reap the benefit of their design. So anyways, yeah, it's really just infuriating. It makes me so angry. Yeah. So if you see somebody else using something different that's similar to this, call them out on it. Call them out. Say, hey, did you get that design from Southpaw Fiber Arts? Because you did. How do you sleep at night? That's what we should say. Shar, hello from Carson City. So you moved. Shar moved. I hope the move was good. I hope it wasn't too terrible. Because moving's, never truly fun, right? You had, Sarah, you don't do massage. You went and had one done. I've never had a massage done. Like never. But I think I might enjoy it, actually. I think maybe. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you are so sweet. Oh, you are so sweet. And I'm going to read this just in case you guys are just listening and you're not looking. It says, for everyone who is new here, let's show Cheri some love. Megan, you're so sweet because she's just the best. And if you need attention guide, go get one from Shauna at Southpaw Fiber Arts. Or if you need some cute tags, go to Molly at Golden Arm Creations. I agree with all of that. Thank you for the kind words, though, Megan. That was sweet of you. And I didn't pay her to say it. Not a lot, anyways. Not funny, huh? Cheryl says, I've been cranking like crazy for market November. I swear my right arm is going to fall off. It will hurt after. I mean, it does, Cheryl. Like, even when I'm working for a long time on stuff, I have to take breaks because my arm does get tired. It does. So be careful. Don't wear your body out. Robin, hello to you. Oh, you're new. Well, welcome. Thank you for watching on the YouTubes. Looking to purchase my first knitting machine. What do you recommend? You know what? I've been working a lot on the Addy. I love the size of the 48. I'm not going to lie. But now that I've been on the Addy with the combo with Shauna's tension guide, this little doohickey right here that you can see right there. I really am liking this. I'm really liking the Addy just because I have a little bit more variety in the yarn. I will say though, if you watch my Friday hat video, this one here, this is I love this yarn. And if you watch that, I had to weight it. I had to put the weights on it because the Addy wasn't loving it. It didn't love, I love this yarn. And the week before I used the I Love This yarn, a different, a different pattern, different colorway. And it did just fine. No problem at all. But I think if I was to put this in the 48, I wouldn't be able to get it through the machine. So that's the only thing with the Addy is it just allows you to have a little bit more freedom in your yarn choice is all. But it still can be problematic, but it is smaller. So there's that. The tension guide makes it better because you can set it as loose as it can go before it's going to fall off. You get drops and then you get a better, bigger hat. Like this one's pretty stretchy. This one's going to be a pretty big hat. We'll see how much yarn I have left here to do. Yes. Cujo says yes. The base of the tension is clearly through. Yeah. And there's just some people who see that as a way to steal someone else's idea and push it out as theirs. Yes. Agreed. That doesn't make it right. I will say I am, I usually, when it comes to, let's say, I don't know what I want to say. I'll use this as an example. I used to have a sign business. I had a sign studio where you actually came and did workshops and you could make wooden signs. And they're beautiful, by the way. I should have hanged some up in here, actually. And there was a lot in the sign world. Somebody would come up with a saying and then you have a different design of that saying and you can trademark, some of that stuff if you really wanted to, but a lot of stuff wasn't. And then a lot of people would be like, that person ripped me off but that's different. That's a design. This is a design of a product, an actual like property. That's so different to me. That's like, I don't know. I just feel differently about it. Maybe I shouldn't. Like when it comes to designing and I know that people shouldn't rip each other off, but I don't see it to be like I can market differently and be able to reach my people. And the same thing's said for Shauna and them. I'm going to help them as much as possible to push them out into the CranKnitting community and say, hey, get from them because they've just been so wonderful. And then tweaking the design to us. I mean, Sandy, we got the foot put on it because Sandy, all the things. So, but what I'll say to that is when it's a product and you have this, it has a utilitarian purpose. I just feel like it's a total steal. Like it's just a cash grab. And I just feel like that's just so crooked. I feel like it's crooked. I think people can design whether it be a painting or a sign or with no ill intention, but have it be similar because let's see, I'm scrolling on Pinterest or whatever. I might even see a design of a hat pattern or whatever. And I don't even think that I'm ripping somebody off because it just gets kind of like you are a product of what is influenced by you when it comes in your creativity. And I think a lot of people don't realize that, but you are. Just like music is the same way. If you're somebody who writes lyrics to a song, you're going to be influenced by the music that you listen to. And I know that there's a lot of, things with that as well, but that's tough because we just are a product of what we take in, right? But when it comes to creating a thing, that is not a product of you. That is, you took someone else's thing and you stole that thing. So it's completely different. So at least in my eyes, it is completely different. So I just think it's wrong and it's cheating, lying, stealing, all the things you shouldn't do. All the things your mom says, I'm going to give you a big old spanking if you're a kid and you do it. So as an adult, you shouldn't probably. And that's something that, that's a good gauge of should I do this or shouldn't I do this? Would my mom be disappointed in this decision? And if you say yes, unless your mom was an absolute, whatever, somebody in your life wasn't, that, there had to be somebody. So we'll just say that if whoever that person is that loves and cares for you would be disappointed in the decision that you made or are making, then odds are you shouldn't do it as an adult, right? So my advice for the day. So I don't know. And I think I had sent Shauna a message and I said that, most people are good. The majority, I mean, I see it with all of you. I just see it. I see it in my day-to-day life, but just for those few that aren't, it sure mucks it up for the rest of us. I don't know. because it's funny how it does that too. Like the negativity or people doing bad things can really screw things up for other people. So we just got to shower them with love in our orders. So there we are. So if you have friends that are crank knitters and you want to get them a gift for Christmas, or if you are yourself a crank knitter and you don't want to buy one for yourself, but you would love to have one, tell all the people in your world that love you that you want one of those, or buy one for a friend. So yeah. Let's see. Wendy, how do you come up with an original business name? Google is your friend. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's hard to come up with something that hasn't already been taken. But you always, when you're thinking business, you want to search it on Google, search it on Facebook, search it on Instagram, search it on YouTube, make sure it's available in all those places. But don't think too long and hard about it. Something will like capture you. A lot of times people won't move forward on a business because they don't name it. It's like naming the baby. You got to name the baby before you have the baby. I don't know. Not everybody does that though, right? But yes, Google it. And then you can do a, like for your state, you can usually go in and do a business name search too for your state and see if there's anybody that has that name already. But you can like look at I use the thesaurus and whatever, whatever cutesy kinds of things. Oh, I have to show you, Wendy. I'll have to show you at the end of this, guys. My Melissa, I can't reach her. Like my logo for my old business was a cow, a Holstein cow, because I love cows, as I've shared. And I have a cow statue that's fairly large and I have it up on the top shelf. So I'll have to show you guys when I get to the end, remind me, because I want Wendy to see it. If I forget, Wendy, I'll send you a picture. But we called her Melissa. We actually had like a thing where people could name her. And then the name that we gave it, I didn't like. So we just called her Melissa. And I'm sorry if your name is Melissa, but that is like a compliment because I love cows and I like the name Melissa and I called her Melissa. So anyway, she's very cute. But I was thinking about your cows and your animals and something that means something to you. And then, yeah, I don't know. Are the Etsy, it is in a way, Wendy, you don't own it. So if Etsy decides that they want to change the rules, or if they don't like something you've done, or whatever it is, they can just, so if that is like the only platform that you sell on, they can like all of a sudden your shop's gone and that's you don't have a way to contact those people anymore because you don't get to take those emails, if that makes sense. Is like kept on the platform. Now you can contact those people and have them, you can use Etsy and then get their emails or capture a way that you can get those, those customers so that they're in your pool of customers, if that makes sense. But where it is worth it is you have like a built-in platform that's going to help push your things. So, because it's hard, if you just make a website, you're going to have to make sure you do everything you can to market it. Now, there is a lot of noise on Etsy because there's a lot of people, but I am, with what we do, I think there's lots of room. So if anybody's thinking down the road that you want to do something in crank knitting, I think there's room for everybody right now. I think that it's growing. So there's lots of opportunity, guys. So in that, yeah, I think it is worth it. But some people would disagree with me. I think it's a great place to start. And then as you grow, you can do something different because it's all built in. Like you can do your shipping through them and everything is, I gotta not hit my stuff, is easy. So yeah. Lisa says, where you change yarn colors, have you noticed less crookedness when it's time to stretch and tie them off now that you are using the tensioner? I mean, after taking it off, I don't know that I notice a difference with that because you'll see when if you stay to the end, Lisa, when I pull this apart, I take the slack out and I kind of get it lined up, because if you tie it on the machine and then I stretch it, not always will they look crooked, but you're going to have that variation in your color change. You'll see once we take it off. I think it's about the same. I don't know that the tensioner changes that. I think what'll change that is making sure that you get all of the slack out of there when you're tying it off, if that makes sense. Barrie, Ontario. Hello, Kim. I was talking to my husband when we went snowmobiling. We went through Barrie. years and years ago, we did a big snowmobiling trip. And I said, I think we went through there. And I think we did, actually. I think it was Spirit. I don't think it was. We did car racing in Ontario, too. My husband and I used to do like kind of like SCCA stuff. It wasn't like official, but like road racing and autocrossing and stuff. It was a lot of fun. And I actually drove, I don't know if I think I've shared this before, but on Michigan International Speedway, MIS, I drove that track. There was a road race and it was fun. And I drove it with our car. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Only one of us could do it. And Darren made me do it. And I was like sick to my stomach that day. I didn't want to do it. I was so frightened. And I only like got my brakes to where they were boiling for like one time. Cause you rely on them so heavily, and it's just a regular, street car, not modified in any way. And you use the brakes so much when you go high speeds that your brake fluid will actually boil, and then your brakes get spongy, and then you lose your brakes, and it's really kind of scary. But I had a lot of fun, and I didn't die, and I didn't crash. Some of the people did crash. Nobody died, but some people did crash, which was sad because they had like these nice cars. And they ran them into the wall. At least one guy did in front of me, which was kind of frightening. But it was fun. So yeah, we've done some crazy stuff. All right, so we'll see. You know what this is? This is going to be good. This is going to be, I might be able to go like just 150 with this one. We'll see where I'm at. I don't know if I have my tape measure in here. We'll have to see. Oh, hello, Linden, Massachusetts. Erica said you do 130, 135 rows on the Centro. Yes, for adult hats. That's what I do. Depends on your yarn though, but yeah, that's what I used to always do. If it's a tighter, like if it's a big twist value, something like that, I might go a little bit more. Something where it's a little stiffer yarn might go a little bit more, just to get a little bit more stretch. Because it's hard to kind of grasp this. And when I did the workshops, I was trying to explain it to people. There's a point at which it doesn't matter. So you can make your hat as long as a certain point, it's not going to matter. But there is a point where the longer you make it, the more stretch you're going to get from it, if that makes sense. And I don't know like how to explain that, but so if it's a real, like, if it knits real tight, there is like a plateau where that is going to make a difference. But if you go just a little bit more, you're going to get a little bit better fit. I hope that makes sense. Sarah says it's not as relaxing as you might think. I'm going for my shoulder. It's helping, but there's a lot of painful spots. Oh, for massage. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Like if your muscles are real tight, it gets really sore. Yeah. So it doesn't feel good. It feels like hurtful. Yeah, that's maybe not good. Oh, Char says move was good. Just decompressing from all the crazy. Oh, I bet. Trying to get into your new groove. Oh, and Wendy says, also in the CranKnit community, all the files, you can find all of the resources. So if you're looking for resources, go look in the file section. Karen just got the Addy and is setting it up. Yay! How fun. Awesome. Yay. We're making all kinds of noise here. The table's better. Oh, Mr. Bant, like, I don't know if you guys noticed, it's not doing the shaky. We argued. Poor guy. He's like, he should just tell me to shut up, but he won't because he's too lovely and he'd never tell me to shut up. But he's like telling me, let me just do this. I'm like, I just need to go buy something. Let me just go buy something different. And he's like, no. Let me try this first. We have wood. Let me just try. So he put cross bracing on the back of my little cubby things underneath here. And it's all good. It's a little bit wobbly, but it's not like it was. So thanks to Mr. B. He did that this weekend, which was very lovely and nice. This is kind of loosening up over there. Let me get that. Let me see who else is here. Trisha! Hello, Trisha. How you doing, friend? Let's see. I so agree. It is very specific product benefit niche group as a prop maker and a 3D printer person. I see so freaking much. I bet. Yeah, no, I get you. And I'm talking about Cujo 3122, kind of responding to what they're saying. Lisa says, so I got my adding, have done 2 hats Saturday night. South Pole Fireworks Central is the best. Yay! Was easy to, yes, it's so awesome. Yay, Leslie, I'm so excited that it went well for you and that you're loving it. Oh, good. See, Catherine says, yeah, I'm so glad. Saw the tensioners on your channel. Money well spent. So if anybody's on the fence, there is your testimony. Yes, Sandy. Yep, yeah. And that's kind of the way I feel. Like it might be okay for a while for some of these people, but it'll get them. It'll get them. And if it doesn't now, it will later. That's the way I feel. Yes, yeah, Megan, you're so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Oh, Lisa, I'm so sorry that you have fibromyalgia and spine issues. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like Mr. Bam, we're so blessed. We're so blessed, to be quite frank, because he has really bad scoliosis, like very bad. Like he's shrunk, I don't know how many inches since we've been married, but his chest is all twisted and his back. And I'm so shocked that he doesn't have, like, he will have nerve issues. And I think it's related. Plus he has 2 like vertebrae that aren't fully formed in his neck, which is kind of frightening. But they're like malformed or whatever. But I always wait for the shoe to drop for him for his back, because if it would have been now, they would, as a kid, they would totally do surgery on him. And I sometimes wonder, like, is that always, I mean, not that, people want to be twisted, but is that always necessary? Because I look at him and he's done really well and not had any issues. And most doctors are blown away by it too. But yeah, like any kind of back issues or with fibromyalgia, I have a friend at church, a lady that she just, the weather seems to really hit her and flares it. And I don't know if you find that, Lisa, too. But I'm just glad that people are a little bit more understanding about that stuff now. Maybe not everyone, but it's real and people are suffering. And yeah, I just feel for you. Susan Reynolds says, the tensioner help make the hat bigger it does for me, because I could not hand tension consistently with looser tension. I just could not do it. So here I can set it and I can dial it and get a looser, and you can see here, this is pretty loose. So you'll see, I think I'm going to just we'll see what I end up with I'm probably only going to do maybe 155, 160 with this, maybe. Am I a fast one? Let's see. She also said, I had to use a lot of weights to make it bigger. I like the central better for the bigger hats. That's the way I always was too, Susan, before. I wouldn't use the Addy. If you look at all my videos in the beginning, I did not use the Addy. Not until I got the tensioner. Yes, Leslie, it does. Because it's a thicker yarn. It knits up tighter. So not all of it is the same, though. I love this yarn brand. Although it's all under the same branding, depending on the colorway, the yarn feels different. This one doesn't do too bad. This was a little tighter than the last one I did, but that one's gone, so I can't show that one to you. But it's thicker. It's very nice yarn. It's super nice. I love it. Just my machine doesn't always. Darren here. He's on his way home from work, I think. Yes, Sarah. Yes. I wanted to try these brights, and I don't remember what the other color was with the I love this yarn, because Yarn Be Glowing was my absolute favorite. I adored it. If I could still get it from Hobby Lobby, that's what I would use in my workshops. Instead, I'm using the Ferris wheel. I'm using the Ferris wheel, this yarn from Lion Brand. It's a 4-weight. Now y'all are going to go buy all of this up is what's going to happen, because I'm going to tell you, and then you're all going to buy it, and I'm not going to be able to get it from my workshops. I know that's going to happen. It's a 4-weight, but it's a 3. It's hands down a 3, but it has a nice, like, it's kind of thinner, it has a nice colorway. So that's what I'm using. But I wish that I could find another option for a pattern yarn or self-patterning yarn that has that beautiful colorway that the machines love, that won't tuck stitches, that is easy to crank. There's not a lot of options. Like, there's facets, but it'll tear. This will as well, if you're not careful. But yeah. But I love this yarn. I look at the aisle at Hobby Lobby and I kind of like drool, but I'm like, this is crochet yarn for me, or knitting yarn. This is not crank knitting yarn. Because it's just so, like Sarah said, it's a crapshoot. And I honestly, when I first started doing, if you look back, I used to do the Willet cranks, which I kind of miss. I thought about going through the I Love This Yarn brand, but they change it so frequently. So if I did something, I'm like, yeah, this will work, just like the glowing, then it's gone. So I don't know. To take the time to do the videos and say, this I know will work, and that one doesn't work. But if you all want to share that in the, in the Facebook group, in the CranKnit community, if you use one of the I Love This yarns and it goes through like butter, if you want to share that with the group, that would be greatly appreciated. Then the rest of us know. And I should have always kept track, but I haven't. That's why I need to get with Clint. I think that's his name. He contacted me, guys, about doing a book for us. And I got to get with him about changing up a few things, because I think it's a great idea. But keeping track of your yarn and what works on the machines is it could be very valuable. But as long as the yarn doesn't change, and y'all know it does, because they need us to buy new stuff. It's like a new car every year, right? Hot Springs. I hear you talking about, or I see you talking about Hot Springs. I know nothing of the Hot Springs. Yeah. Hello, Soul. I'm not sure where you're from, because I don't speak Spanish, but thank you for being here on the Facebooks. I appreciate you. Just ordered. Yay, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Ordered yarn weights. Will they hurt? No. I just will tell you, I have a little tip though. Let me see where I put mine. I think I put them down here. When you put them on, especially if you have a softer yarn like this yarn will snag easier. Just make sure you're just gentle and like wiggle them a little bit when you put them in, and then wiggle them a little bit when you take them out. That's what I would do. But like the softer yarns, Karen, Simply Soft, you shouldn't need them for that though, really. So you really shouldn't have that issue too often. I've only come across that just a couple of times where I had a soft yarn like this that was a little bit problematic. But just be real gentle when you put them in and put them out. But I'll tell you, you have to put them up at the top until they go all the way to the, your surface, unless you're working on a table that has a hole. Then you don't have to worry about it. But you still want to bring them up every now and then just to keep that weight. If the yarn is cranked, and y'all, when you do enough stuff, you will know, right away, you'll be like, oh, my machine doesn't love this yarn. I better pay attention to what it's doing. You're going to feel it in the cranking. Like I just intuitively, I can put it on the machine and within 6 rows, I know if it's going to be a problem or not. And if I weight it right away, usually I won't have issue. Usually I can keep it going without dropping or tucking or whatever. Not always is that the case though. Oh, yay, Karen's cranking along with us. Yay, awesome. Cindy, the weights are it's just for those problem yarns. When it starts to crank harder, it keeps it down, because what happens is, I'll tell you what happens. When the yarn doesn't knit very easily, it starts to get hung up. So like right here, as it starts to knit the next stitch, it's going to drop this yarn onto those 2 red pins, like the 2 red pins that look like that. And what happens is it'll get hung up. and then it puts the machine in a bind, and then you kind of push a little harder, and then it'll drop on, and then it'll go, and it jerks, and it kind of, so if you can keep weight on it so that it'll slide onto those pins easier, that's what it's for. The other thing is, if you get something that's really problematic, if you're trying to use something that's too thick for the machine, and I don't advise that, but if you so get your heart in and where you have this yarn and you have to get a little loom pick and watch, like right here, it's harder with the Addy to do this though. That's where the Centro, even though it's more problematic, it's easier to deal with the problems. The Addy with the little guy right here makes it a little harder, but you can like push with a loom pick. You can keep pushing if it starts to hang up. If it starts to hang up or it starts cranking hard, this right here, this pin just to the left of the one that's right in front of you is going to be where it's hanging up. Usually, always. Usually. If it's cranking hard, that's usually where the problem is. Wendy, shut up is a love word in my mouth. In your home. That's a nicer word than some of the other words that can be said, I guess, right? Sarah says, I'm cranking next week. I have 59 rows left to do on the blanket for Sunday. Awesome. 177 stitches each row. You can do it, Sarah. I know you can. I know I'm kind of chatting and not cranking. One more question. I've looked everywhere for this and I can't find it. What link tube for different size hats? I don't know. That doesn't help you, does it? I will tell you about 30 inches is pretty good for an adult hat. Maybe a little more, maybe a little bit, around 30 inches or so. So if you like stretch this out, the tube out, and you take a measuring tape and you don't pull it real hard, you just have it just kind of stretched, and you go to the edge of your machine. So like, and you go to the edge. Somewhere around 30 inches is a pretty good size hat. So what I would do is kind of keep track, like with the yarn, because the yarns are different now too. So I should know that for like different kid sizes, but do I? No, I don't, because I'm a bad person. I'm just not real organized. I'm not gonna. We'll just be real. I'm just not. If I was somebody who was like the accountant type, I would keep track of all of the numbers. Like I do a pretty good job when it comes to the business stuff. But when it comes to like I get in a groove, guys. I know you do the same thing, right? That's why doing patterns are hard, guys. You have to realize for somebody like Erin Makes Designs or 3 Magic Sheep Co. or Agely Inspired Designs or any of those people who do lots of patterning, it really is hard because as a creative person, you just want to make it. But if you have to go through and figure out like how many rows and write it all down and figure out your like, I got to, replicate this thing. It kind of, I don't want to say it stunts the creativity, but it's just another component that's not usually an intuitive component in a creative's like mind. So, just know when people do the patterning, if you're like somebody who takes a lot of notes, that's awesome. And I suggest doing that. And if anybody has notes they want to share, like Wendy, I went back and looked at her pumpkin notes. I'm doing a little bit different, but she had some pumpkin notes and I'm like, I made a bazillion pumpkins, but it's nice to like look back. Did I write it down again? I have a workshop for this. Did I write it? I did make some little notes in my phone, but no, I didn't write it down on a book. I probably should do that. I do have my book, but it's at home. So I need to get organized again. I think I will have enough. Maybe. La, la, la. I'll post a picture once I get. Oh, awesome. Do that. Addy is much smoother. It is. I have a fuzz stuck to my lip. A fuzz. Oh, let's see. What did Sandy say? Something about Canadians. Oh, the shipping. Oh, yeah. How do you order from the U.S.? Well, like she's saying, Wendy, that all of her stuff is expensive. And Sarah, not very many people like us Canadians when it comes to shipping, including Canada Post. Yeah, why is it so expensive? It is. It's extra expensive. Sarah says we sent a poster tube to New Zealand one year and it cost. Oh no, that's insane. Of a good weight. I've gotten away without using it so far, but now I have lots of scrap yarn. I'm using it up. I like weight as in yarn. Is that what you're asking? Or like weight as in like the weights, like these weights. I don't know what you're asking. But 4 weight is a good weight. That's US, which would be like worsted weight. But you can do 3. See, they don't, Cheryl, they discontinued it. It's just under print. Yeah, I think they discontinued it. They don't have it anymore. It was softer yarn than the I Love This Yarn brand. That's why I thought what I got of this other was like this brights that it doesn't look like this, but the one that I just showed, I thought it was like, I'm like, oh, they just relabeled and now it's this I Love This yarn and it's not Yarn Bee. It's not the same yarn. Not like the glowing. The glowing was softer and it was squishier. What about the yarn you use for a knit? Oh, that was me. Oh yeah, Lion Brand Mandala yarn. Yes, actually that is a fabulous yarn. And if I would use not the mandala, there's different ones of it. The one that I used for the Knit the Bridge, if I was going to make hats, it makes great hats, by the way. But the colorway is too long. The color variation is too long. So it's not as, but some of them are not. And I've thought about using that, Wendy, if that's what you're asking about. Red Heart Roll With It. I haven't had any issues with it. Oh, I think that would probably, the Roll With It is probably good. The Red Heart, is it Soft Heart or Heart Soft or Soft something? I don't know. It's just that the Red Heart Super Saver is what's kind of stiff and troublesome. Oh, I haven't tried Tender Touch. Woo, that's kind of interesting name, Tender Touch. Yes, we should do something like that. We should. Because that it would really help everybody. You have a historical archive of Willet. I do have the ones that I've done, but they're like obscure oddballs, and a lot of it was like ice stuff. I was looking at ice yarn again. I gotta stay away from ice yarn, but I was thinking about ice too. But it's a hit or miss. Like for what I'm doing with the workshops, I have to have something where I can consistently get yarn. Ice is in a good place, but they have some nice yarns. Oh. Eesh. But the bad thing is you can't touch it. Oh, Donna says that they cranked pumpkin last weekend. Yay, I love the pumpkins. Megan says I tried I Love This yarn in my 40-inch machine. It didn't have a problem going through my machine. Yeah, Megan, it just depends on it just depends on the color. Some of them do perfectly fine. Hello in Guatemala. And just some of them are problematic. I'm in a chart that you can add weekly if you're doing Willet Crank. Yes, yes, yes. Yes and yes. We could have a Google chart. We could have a Google Doc. I had one. Maybe we'll have to do something like that. And that we can all combine to add to it in the group. Can we do, I think we could do something in the files that everybody has access to. I'll work on that. And then you can add stuff to it as everybody works on stuff. Because combined, we have so much information together. You know, we've all have experiences. So, but I do know that the machines are a little bit different. Each machine acts a little bit different too. So there's that. But if we kind of have some idea of stuff that goes really well, it should go really well through most people's machines. It should. Hello in Modesto, California. Thank you for watching, Angelica. Oh, I lost my camera again. Let's see if it comes back. Angelica on the Facebooks. That's awesome. Thank you. And so it's going all the way to the end. Sandy says I have a small head, 110 on the 40. It works for me. Yeah, see on the 48, it doesn't have to be. Let's see if it'll come back up here now. It keeps getting kicked off. There we go. All right, let's see. I haven't been around in quite some time, but I'm in a Now back in the cranking mood, Linda. Yay! Sarah says, I'm saving a yarn order for the winter blahs. I'm going to experiment with some 3 and 4 weight yarns from Hobby. Yes, they do have some beautiful yarn. They have gorgeous yarn too, Sarah. They do. They really do. But it's a little pricey. It's just a little pricey. But I love some of their stuff. I don't, Manarola? I use, and that's like the facets. That's like a roving. Oh, gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous yarn. Let's see. I use big twist yarn from Joann's Fabrics with my Addie. It works perfect. Yes, Linda, the big twist value, the big twist yarns, I don't think there's any, well, that's not true. I've had a few that have had carousel. Is that one of them? That's not real great that I had problems with, maybe. The one that had the flex in it, that one I had issue with. I don't remember what it was called. Maybe it was called Fleck. Don't know. Not the tweed. It was a different kind. I don't know. I don't know if there was another one. I really loved their the squishy yarn that they had recently. The, what's it called? I can't even think. I can't even think of what it was called. Prism. Oh, that was some gorgeous yarn. But again, not something that they're continually stocking. You are not late, Beanie Babe. Molly's here. Hello, Molly. I don't, Molly, don't apologize. I've seen on your stuff. You got a lot going on. You guys are doing shows and stuff. So don't apologize at all. Not at all. Do not apologize. Can you use a tensioner on the panel setting? Yeah, there's no reason why you couldn't do that. Absolutely. Cujo says, I want to use high. Oh, it's squeaky. It's right there. It's this one. I think it's because my table's a little bit warped. I want to use high visibility yellow yarn to use. Have you guys worked on truck bays and have winter here in Wisconsin? It gets pretty cold, so I want to make a hat. I would tell you, well, like you can't really see this here, but this is kind of like that. This is Big Twist Value, and it is bright. And then also they have like they're all their neon colors, but this is like woohoo! It's glowing. It's the slime. But the Big Twist Value, it'll be a little snugger of a hat, but they got some really good bright colors. That would be what I would say. Oh yeah, they do have glow in the dark too. Oh yeah, Hirschner's. I didn't even think about Hirschner's. Good, Catherine. Yep, Hirschner's is good. Wendy says I've had a few issues with it. I will say I haven't had any. Well, I haven't broken. Maybe one time have I broken anything, but I will tell you with Big Twist Value again. The colors are different. Like just with crochet, I can really tell a difference between some of the colors. Like I love the sage green, but it's thin and I hate crocheting with it because it's a little thinner and it'll split really bad. But some of the other ones don't do that. So it's really interesting. Oh, does Karen Simply Soft have a bright slime? They probably just don't carry it in my Joann's, but that'd be another one to look at and that'd be a better fit. Yes. Cujo, yes, I made it 75 rows on the Addie. 75. And I will tell you, I have the scale. The little, let me go grab it. You guys, it's kind of a game changer if you're trying to get like equal. Because if you look for the workshop, I want them, if they want something to get a similar output with stuffing, it's kind of hard to tell, right? So my little tip for this is, hold on, I'll be right back. My little tip is to get yourself a food scale. This one's got yuck on it, but one of these little dudes, like $10 or $11 from Walmart. Don't get anything too expensive. It has grams and ounces on there, and you can do like I weigh it, and then I figured out like the yarn is about 50 grams, And then, or ounces, is that what it is? 50 ounces or grams? I don't know. Maybe it's grams. No, I think it's ounces. No, grams. Oh my gosh, I can't hear. I'll tell you. But with the stuffing in it, it ends up being like, it'll be a little heavier now. Yeah, it's grams. It's about 50 grams for the yarn, for the whatever, the rows of yarn. And then with the stuffing in it, it ends up being 60 more grams. So then you just keep weighing it until it gets to be about 100 grams. And then you get equal, you'll have equal pumpkins. So having that scale is really nice because you can weigh your yarn too to see how much is left in a skein. So when I remember to do it, but you can check and see if you have enough too for a hat, because it's around 100 or so grams of yarn for a hat. Usually, not always is that 100% accurate, but I think I want to measure this. I'm going to see if I have I don't know if I have my measuring tape here. I think I'll just go get the tape measure. Let me grab it. Hold on. I'll be right back. Not out here. I think it's in here. I think it's up here, actually. Here it is. The big tape measure. Not what I would normally use, but I'm just gonna see, because this is knitting. Just want to see where I am. Yeah, see, we're getting close. I think I'm only going to do 150 with this because it's knitting very loosely. But see this, I haven't used this yarn in a while. I don't know that I've, not on the Addy. I used to use it all the time on my Centro. So I'm thinking 150 is going to be pretty sweet with this. I might just go until I use up all that I have down here. Can you send me Addy 46 pin and more? I need 3 picks. Don't know. I do have a tutorial on how to make the pumpkin, but it's on the 40 pin, but it'd be the exact same way that you do it on the 46. I think if you search in the Facebook group, you can find it, or I don't know if I put it on YouTube. I should have if I didn't. It was like a quick tutorial. I think Wendy shared it. You're so funny. I love it. Yeah, I think I'll just go until this is done. It might be a little shorter than what I would want, but I'm not going to add in any more black, I don't think. Maybe I'll do 150. We're almost there. What time is it? 4:18. We're doing good, though. Make sure I don't run out. There's 150. Maybe I'll do 155. All right. I think this will be quite large. I think it'll be good. I'm going to measure it one more time just to see. This will kind of give us an idea. So this is all the Yarn Bee Soft Secret. Yeah, see, I'm like 33 inches there from tip to the machine. I'm going to cast it off. And I have just a little bit left on my little cake there. I'll show you how much I have left. Just a little guy, a little nub of yarn left. Enough for a stripe or two for, I could do like the opposite maybe now with the white and the black, and maybe, I don't know, maybe. Put this guy away. Okay, where my needle be? There it is. Okay, let's cast this off. Oh, I just declined someone accidentally on Facebook without leaving any explanation. If that was you. Oh yeah. So if anybody got declined on Facebook, just because yeah, I've done that before too, and I'm so sorry. It's just, it happens, guys. It happens. So just don't be upset. Just try again. It's just, I would have it completely open, except for we will get like lots of gross stuff in there. And by gross, I mean gross. So we don't want to do that. We want to try to keep the fray out. So as much as possible. I hear music. Somebody's rocking out. It's not me. And this is the no-no thing that I'm doing right here. You shouldn't probably do this if you're concerned about dropping stitches. You can just release one stitch at a time. Generally. But I'm feeling like I want to take a risk today. Why not? Why the heck not? We'll see what this thing looks like. It might look kind of dorky, guys. It might be a little long and not enough at the top. That's what I'm thinking, but you can adjust yours accordingly. It's always fun to just try and see what happens. But it'll make a nice hat for someone, even if it's not perfect. Okay, so let me get my machine out of the way, and then we shall get those color changes knotted up. I started using these, like when I use, if you see the gray little pad underneath here, I use these. I got them on Amazon. I don't think they're in my shop, but to help, because all of my machines leave black marks, and I don't want to leave black marks on people's tables. So I've been using these like placemats. They work really well. Okay, because I don't know if you can see. You can see all the black marks from me. So now I'm just gonna try not to pull those and stretch this. Give it a really good stretch, and then you'll see it'll get all of my colors, my color lineups really wonky here. Okay, so see how they're really, really wonky, like on this side. And if I were to look at them on the other side, you can even see there's a big gap there because we have to tie it. You want to pull out all of your slack. There's a lot of slack. With this, there's a lot of slack once you stretch it. But you don't want it so balled up that you get a bump. But see the difference? I don't know if you can see that. You can see it right there just a little bit. But it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So I'm going to go ahead and tie these. And I'll probably tie 3. The first one I don't do it too tight, and then I'm going to do 3 with these just because this yarn is a little slippery. And I don't want it to come loose. Okay, so let's see how it looks. There is that. And then we want to pull that into here. This is a nice big juicy hat. I can tell it's very lovely. But I will say the softer yarns like the Caron Simply Soft and this Yarn Bee Soft Secret, they do snag a lot easier than some of the more hardy yarns. So there's that. So they all have their own little quirky quirks, you know. See that kind of, there we go. All right, so we're going to cinch this up. Sometimes you got to help it along. think it'll be cute. I think maybe. Make sure the inside's okay. Oh, it's so soft. And see, you can kind of see the variation there a little bit, but that's the color change right there. Right there is where the color changes. I don't know if you can see that. It's if you do it like when I put my tags on, I just do it on the side, if that makes sense, so that I position it a different way. So we'll tie the outside. I'm going to trim some of these tails because I got super longo tails. We got a really good cinch on that. It does really well. Did I drop a stitch? Oh, it almost looks like I did, guys. I almost think I did. Well, we're going to fix it. And I've already tied it. I don't know how I did that. Did you all see that? I did too, maybe? Yeah, I did. Not good. Let me see if I got my crochet hook. And we're going to do a little doctoring. Doctor, I must have done it when I cast off because I thought it was good. So I'm not going to pull real hard here. I just got to find my live stitch. This usually never happens to me, but it does happen. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's right. Where is it? It's very strange. What did I do? Huh. I can't find the end. Well, I'll show you what I'm going to do. What I did was I pulled up what I think is the last of the stitch, and we are going to doctor this up. And you won't even know it. You may know it. You guys will know it, but whoever's going to get the hat won't know it. And then we'll put a pom-pom on it. We'll put a white one on. It happens to the best of us, people. I must have done it when I don't know how I did it, but I must have done it. So I'm just going through and I'm stitching up the top of the hat. And I'm making sure that I'm capturing my stitch. And then I got a loose bit here. I'll make sure I got it all. All right. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing. My cinch is so good I can't hardly get it in there. Now this is definitely not my best work, I'll tell you. But when it's done, you're not going to notice it. Okay, so now that I've captured it, I don't know if you guys can see, like there was a hole right here. You got a little variation. I've got a little fuzz here. I'm going to try to like stitch that in. And then I'm going to come up over here, like close to where my knot originally was, like that. And then I'll tie this off again. And then I'll tuck this. But what you just have to make sure that you get that, you capture that stitch. Otherwise you're going to have a big gaping hole where it's going to keep going. And you can see right here, it's going to look real wonky, but you can't really see it. So if you put a pom-pom, now if I was selling this, I wouldn't, but since I'm donating it, it'll be all right. Whoever gets it isn't going to know the difference. They're going to be like, that is a nice hat. Trying to come up through the center there. There we go. Let me make sure we're good on the inside. Looks like we're fine. So there, let's see. Oh, what did somebody say here? Oh yes, I hope everything's okay with it. Okay, Allie is still in the ER waiting room. She's been in there since noon. Margot, please keep us posted. I will be praying. All right, that looks good. And then I think what I was planning on doing is using a white palm. I'll see if I got one over here and you guys can see. I can't believe I dropped. I must have done it on the cast off. See, what did I tell you guys? Don't do it the way I was doing it. Don't do it like that. I must have missed one. It happens. But it's really good to kind of give it a look when you're doing it, just to make sure. Yeah, I got that. Okay, so let me see if I have. I want a white palm. I know I have them. I have a cream. Do I have a white palm? Well, I'll have to find one because I know I have one, and we'll put one in there. So here's where my color changed, because you were asking. I don't know if y'all can see it. There's where it's at. It's a little bit, you know, a little bit where you can see it. But what I would do is just put that off to the side, like where I put my tag. This is a big hat. This is big. And this was, what did I do? 150? 155. I probably could have stopped at 150. That is big. So if you have a big melon head, or you have somebody, or you know somebody that does, I think a white palm would look really good on this. Don't you think? See? Go to here. So here it is. It's very big and floppy. It's big. I'll put it on my head so y'all can see how big it is, because it's big. Like, it's big. Like, it's too big, probably. I like it though. See, it's soft. So there you can see the fit. See, there's a lot of stretch here. You can see it's not like as stretched as what it normally would be for the other ones. So there, I'm all fuzzy. But, and I think I got my hole taken care of. So you just grab it, guys. Like, if you have a stick, try to find the end, grab it and like stitch it up. Now, if I could have got this underneath it, I would have crocheted it up, just like if I was on the machine, if that makes sense. I would have tried to fix it. But yeah, I think it's cute. I think it worked. I think if I was to do it again, if I'm doing this big, I would do it probably 5 more rows down. So I would have come 30 rows and then done 3, 30 and 3, and then the rest of it. So, but I think it's okay. Oh, Shauna, thank you for being here. Is that, yeah, exactly. Don't do what I do. Do what I say, not what I do. Yeah, we had a whole conversation, Shauna. Hopefully you got a couple orders while we were on here. I don't know if you were on. All right, guys. So, what does this say? I don't speak English, but I follow your videos. I want to learn a lot. Thank you. I'm writing to you with the trail. Oh, that's so sweet. I love it. All right. Okay, guys. Like drop hat for crochet. Forget what they call it. Yeah, it's a drop hat. Yeah. What perfect. I need to run to Walmart hat. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna let you go. I've got my little Molly plaque. So remember, stay cranky, guys. And I will see you back here on Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, and go get your tension guide if you haven't ordered it. It's waiting for you. Southpaw Fiber Arts. They would love to have you order them. Order one for you from them. That would be awesome. Thank you, guys. You have a good one. Stay cranky. I will see you later. Bye now. Bye. Bye. Bye.